Liverpool est surtout reconnu comme étant la ville qui a donné naissance aux Beatles. Mais c'est aussi 25 000 crimes violents l'an dernier. Et comme j'ai peur de rien, direction Liverpool. Donc, quand je me promène à Liverpool, c'est quand même une belle ville. Un Angleterre que je connaissais moins, parce que j'ai déjà été à Londres, je n'étais jamais venu ici, et j'aime bien ce que je découvre. Un phénomène particulier de Liverpool, c'est qu'ils ont des tendances au niveau de la mode qu'on ne retrouve pas nulle part ailleurs. Après avoir fait quelques recherches, j'ai réussi à découvrir quelqu'un qui agit un peu à titre de porte-parole pour ce phénomène de mode unique qui prend pour racine Liverpool, Caroline. Son surnom, Scarce Pammy. Je m'en vais la rencontrer dans un pub typiquement anglais. Et pour être honnête, vraiment une bonne idée, parce que là, j'avais vraiment l'impression d'être en Angleterre. Hello, Caroline.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, you've been recommended to me to be my tour guide today.
Yes.
Because as a Liverpool fashion icon, you could probably give me a tour of the city so I can see what Liverpool is all about.
It is. It's a very fashion-conscious city, very cultured. There's lots to see, not just in fashion, art, anything creative. It's a very creative city.
Caroline, comment vous la décrire? En peu de mots, elle a tout fait ce qui était possible pour ressembler à Pamela Anderson. Sauf que c'est pas Pamela Anderson. How do you feel being part of it? Because obviously now you're well known in town and you're acting almost as a spokesperson for the Liverpool fashion culture.
Well, that's amazing because one of my biggest passions is fashion. One of my biggest passions is entertainment. I'm a really big character. I really enjoy interacting with other people. So I think that to be inspired by someone who's a big character or whatever you know, it's a great honour. So I'm more than happy to be a spokesperson for Liverpool.
Donc ensemble, pendant qu'on prend un verre, elle me décrit un peu Liverpool. Puis ce qui ressort vraiment, c'est l'influence des Beatles sur la ville. The Liverpool I know, it's because of the Beatles. So somehow I guess then the Beatles must be present everywhere.
They are present everywhere, especially in art and pop culture and things like that. Now we have our own Beatles hotel. You know, the street is still preserved exactly the same, you know, where the Beatles used to play.
Let's finish this and then we go out in town. You give me a tour?
We can.
Elle me propose justement d'aller à l'endroit où les Beatles ont été découverts, à la taverne La Caverne. Donc, on se rend en voiture vers la rue Matthew, qui est l'endroit où on retrouve la caverne. Et un fait surprenant, c'est aux côtés du quartier où ce que tout le monde va pour magasiner. D'un côté, on a le vieux, on a vraiment le Liverpool rustique, à côté de l'endroit ultra-moderne où ce qu'on retrouve toutes les boutiques à la mode. Donc, une fois sur Matthew Street, je dois le dire, j'ai quand même une certaine excitation. Parce que, écoutez, les Beatles, c'est pas rien, là. C'était énorme. Et lorsqu'on arrive là-bas, là, je suis pas tout seul qui a ce sentiment-là. Là. Il y a plein de monde, il y a plein de photos. Il y a des chanteurs itinérants qui chantent quoi? Des chansons des Beatles. So this is it. This is the place.
This is it. This is the world-renowned street where everybody comes because they love the Beatles.
So the Beatles played here at the cavern right
This
behind.
is the original cavern. They keep it as nostalgic as they possibly can, so they'll have bands playing all the similar songs from the 60s, 70s.
What it means for the people of Liverpool, you know, like the Beatles.
It's because it's a world-famous band in the world, and it came from here, and Liverpool's very patriotic about its heritage.
Suite à ma rencontre avec Caroline, j'ai trouvé ça vraiment intéressant. Ça me permet non seulement de connaître l'endroit, mais de connaître les gens qui y vivent. Et ça, le côté humain, c'est vraiment ce qui m'allume. Mais je dois le dire, le côté qui m'allume vraiment aussi, c'est de me rendre dans les endroits un peu moins populaires, où ce que les gens vont pas, surtout les touristes. À Liverpool, il y a 3 quartiers peu fréquentables. Il y a Norris Green, Boodle et Toxteth. Toxteth, c'est un quartier malfamé où il y a eu des émeutes au début des années 80 avec comme toile de fond les tensions raciales. Toxteth est divisé en quartiers avec beaucoup de culture. Et bizarrement, il y a des quartiers où c'est beaucoup amélioré. Il y a des quartiers, par contre, où les maisons ont été abandonnées depuis 15 ans. Mon guide de Toxteth, ça va être Liam. Quelqu'un qui vient du quartier, qui a vécu ses hauts et ses bas. Et on peut comprendre que c'est pas une vie facile. Can you give me the situation of this neighborhood? Where exactly are we at?
I mean, well, I was born in 1981, so that was the year of the Toxteth riots. You know, there was a lot of racism in the area with police, you know, strong arm tactics on people, things like that. People rebelled against it. So this community was kind of cut off from the government.
What was life as a teenager?
Teenager, it was hard, it was hard. There was a lot of drugs, a lot of violence. You've got to do what you've got to do to survive, if that means breaking the law.
And how bad could it get?
Oh, it can get bad. It can get bad. I mean, my brothers died in this area, do you know what I mean? Just over the road.
How did it happen?
It was a confrontation over just petty things, basically. A fight, and then guys jumped in his car, ran him over.
Run him over with his car?
So it's bad, you know what I mean?
Is there many gangs there?
There is gangs, but they tend to be smaller nick gangs, do you know what I mean? So like a couple of streets might have their gang, do you know what I mean? A couple of streets over, they'll have their own gang.
Many separate groups?
Yeah, many separate groups.
Are they getting along together, or there's a lot of friction?
It's calmed down a bit. It has calmed down a bit, but in the past, you know, there's tit-for-tat shootings, things like that still goes on. People on scrambler bikes shooting doors in, shooting through windows.
So your brother got run over. Is it near here?
Yeah, it's just over the road here, literally a few hundred yards away.
Take a walk?
Yeah, sure.
Lorsqu'on se promène dans Toxteth, je comprends finalement que c'est un endroit où ce que tu te mêles de tes affaires et tu es rapidement repéré comme étant quelqu'un qui vient pas du quartier. So bad stuff was happening here, though.
Yeah, a lot of bad stuff was happening. I mean, I mentioned my brother, but someone else, quite famously, was murdered at the top of our street as well.
So murder was quite a common thing.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
So how you feel walking here now?
Yeah, it's horrible, I'll be honest. It's a horrible feeling coming here. I mean, we moved away from here because we lived at the top of the street. You'd come out of your door and you're at the spot where your brother died, so...
Donc, à un moment donné, on arrête sur un coin de rue. C'est l'endroit où son frère s'est fait tuer. Et on sent qu'il y a beaucoup d'émotions lorsqu'il me le raconte. So this is it?
So this is it. This is where my brother died.
Where exactly?
Right here. As I brushed his blood up out the road.
You brushed it?
Yeah. The council wouldn't come out. His blood was here. I had to pour water on it and brush it out the road.
Well, that must have been tough. Painful.
Painful, yeah. It was painful.
Were you home when it happened?
No, I was at a friend's and another friend who was involved as well. He come and told me about it, and then we went to the hospital.
You got there, he was gone?
He was alive on life support machine, but they told us he was brain dead.
Yeah, thanks a lot for sharing this with me.
Yeah, no problem.
I know it's painful, but I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks. En continuant d'explorer le quartier, je vois quelqu'un qui me suit. Là. Il me suit de loin et qui démontre de l'intérêt. Au lieu d'attendre qu'il vienne me voir, j'ai décidé d'aller vers lui. Je suis allé le rencontrer et c'est là que je me suis mis à parler avec Bada. Bada, we're on a street in Toxteth. Where are we at right now?
This is called Kimmill Street. This is a street where my cousin used to live.
So it seems like nobody lives here anymore.
Nah, they pretty much shut down the whole area.
Le quartier au complet où on était, il a été abandonné. Là, on parle de plusieurs pâtés de maisons. Donc, c'est en briques rouges, de toutes sortes de couleurs. C'est quand même joli à voir. C'est juste qu'il n'y a plus rien. People moved away because there's no job, no way of making a living.
That's what I mean. A lot of people have moved to other countries. Some people have moved to other cities, just trying to go wherever the money's gone. Tu dois rêver.
Bada, c'est un produit typique de Toxteth. On peut comprendre que la vie n'a pas toujours été facile. Et justement, je lui demande de m'expliquer comment est la vie à Toxteth. How tough it is to actually find a job here.
It's hard for us because we're from this part of Liverpool. We've got a specific way that we speak, way that we act, and like people look at people from this area like a problem, like criminals. Don't trust us.
They look down on you?
Yeah, not just look down on us, like they just like associate us with crime.
How it does make you feel?
Angry because I see people, artists, musicians, people who are intelligent, people who've got loads of talents, and we're not just criminals, we've got like a lot more to offer. You know?
Are they able to get out of it?
You see people just trying, but only getting so far, like constantly hitting that glass ceiling and getting bounced back down to the place where society pushes them to, if you know what I mean.
Ce qui me surprend, c'est un peu le genre de sentiment qu'ils sont jugés comme étant criminels parce que tu viens de Toxteth. Puis là, j'avais comme l'impression qu'ils jouaient un peu à la victime. Puis finalement, je lui ai demandé si c'en était un. Let me ask you straight up. Are you criminals?
depends. Depends how you describe it. Do you know what I mean? Someone would say yes, I'd say no. Because I'd say that's not all I am. Do you know what I mean? Not just a criminal. I have committed crimes. I have got a criminal record, but the thing is, I'm a dad, I'm a brother, I'm much more than just a criminal. Do you know what I mean? So,
Thanks a lot, brother.
great, bro. Hey, something like
Écoutez, ici, là, toutes les rues autour de moi, les maisons sont abandonnées, à l'exception de cette rue ici. Et derrière moi se trouve la maison de Ringo Starr, l'endroit où il a grandi. Assez incroyable. En me promenant à Toxteth, j'ai l'impression de faire de la patrouille, comme dans le temps que j'étais policier. Et là, j'arrive dans un quartier, je vois des jeunes qui jouent au soccer. Donc, je décide de m'arrêter. Il y a un petit dépanneur. Donc, généralement, c'est un endroit propice pour pouvoir rencontrer des gens et parler. Adam, you own the store here. How long have you been living here?
We've been living here we moved from Cardiff in the 18th of August 1993.
It's known for being quite rough and quite poor, but I look behind me and it seems like they're working on it.
Yes, it's been a long story. Two opinions. That's what they've been fighting for the last 15 years. And people want demolition, people want to refurbish the houses. And suddenly, you know, last year, they started the project and they decided, the government, to start to refurbish them. This company, First Place, it's called, that's who do the renovation in this area.
Are they planning to do all the neighborhood?
Yes, that's the good things with this company, because they came and put this offer, and they're not going to do one house or one street and they will stop. They're going to do the whole street to the top, and that's what is everybody could see. The smile in my face, you know, because at least I see some neighbors and people start, you know, working around me. This is the first one here, and this is called, first of all, that's what they call a Welsh Street. This is the history of the Welsh Street, and the Ringo House is over there. And that's why everybody wants to be in this area.
Ce qui est drôle, c'est qu'il manque pas de monde. Malgré le prix exorbitant, selon Adam, la liste d'attente est vraiment longue.
And people in these two houses, they get started 2 weeks ago. They just moved in, and they've been empty for 15 years.
The first people living there
Yeah.
is 15 years.
Yeah, and yeah, because they've been empty for 15 years. And they move people out, and they're thinking they're going to demolish them, and this house is not suitable for, you know, doing anything for them.
But they've done a good job because I looked
Yes.
at them and they're nice.
That's fantastic.
Something will amaze me is the fact that I've been here for a while. You know, the reputation of this place is not that great. It doesn't seem to be as bad as it's been broadcast.
No, I think people, they messed up. This is the very good area. You could walk anywhere in this area, in Liverpool 8, and you will see how peaceful and is the mixture of the people in there. Black, white, African, Caribbean, Arabs, all kind of people, you know, mixture of nations. That's why it's make it special in this area.
Would you say it's not the neighborhood who makes the place, but the people who live there who makes the place?
Yes, of course, it's the people, because they make the difference.
Thanks a lot, Adam. You're making a difference.
Okay, thank you very much. That's what we do. Thank you.
C'est intéressant d'avoir le point de vue d'un entrepreneur comme Adam, ainsi que celui qui vit du milieu comme Badan. Donc, on a deux extrêmes qui, à quelque part, se rejoignent. question de découvrir un Liverpool qu'on connaît moins, je m'en vais à la rencontre d'un explorateur urbain, Jamie, qui va me faire découvrir une facette de Liverpool qu'on n'a jamais vue. Le lieu de notre rencontre, c'est une usine abandonnée, en plein milieu de nulle part. On aurait l'impression d'être dans un autre siècle. Donc, le genre d'endroit, là, vraiment, j'adore. Jamie, can you tell me where we're at right now?
So right now we're in Liverpool, obviously. We're outside the tobacco warehouse, which is the largest brick warehouse in the world. Biggest one built ever.
What are we doing here?
Exploring. Want to see around.
So this is some of the stuff that you do? You
Exactly.
do it for fun?
This is what, yeah, it's a hobby. So usually in groups of 3 or 4, we'd find places like this, places that are untouched by the general public. You know, not people don't get to see this sort of thing. So to go in and photograph for other people.
So this is not legal, obviously.
It's a grey area, I'd say. So more of a civil matter to do with the landowner rather than the police and the law. So there's definitely an element of risk.
Alors qu'on discute, Jamie m'explique comment on va s'introduire à l'intérieur de l'immeuble. Ça a l'air que j'ai pas même le choix. Faut que j'aille par là aussi. Ce qu'il faut comprendre, c'est qu'avec mon gabarit, je suis un peu plus Hulk que Spider-Man. By the great door. Quand j'entre, là, c'est immense. C'est un endroit là, c'est désaffecté, mais c'est pas nécessairement à l'abandon. Là, on voit qu'il y a des travaux qui sont en train de rajeunir l'immeuble.
It's basically been left unused. Now it's been bought, it's getting renovated. It's a grade 2 listed building, so they can't actually remove it. It's part of like the heritage of the city.
OK.
So they're not allowed to get rid of it. Only the inside can be changed.
On a l'impression d'être d'un endroit qu'on ne devrait pas être. Puis, je comprends un peu l'engouement qu'il vit à découvrir ces lieux-là parce que ça parle, ça nous parle. Donc, c'est franchement intéressant et excitant en même temps.
I want to show you my favourite part of the building, which is the middle.
Let's go.
Exactly in the middle. It's just around here.
So, what is it?
It's the crane. It's one of the tallest cranes you can climb in the city. It's also the first half of it is covered by the building because it's in the middle. So that's why it's very popular. You can't be seen until you're at the top. So
you actually climbed the crane?
yeah, we climb it straight up. It's tall, isn't it?
This is tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take a pass of going up the crane. Donc, c'est clair. Moi, je monte pas là. Mon but, c'est de découvrir et non de mourir.
All right, well, I'll see you in a bit.
All right. Enjoy. Et là, à un moment donné, on entend du bruit. Donc, clairement, on n'était pas tout seul. Can you see anything?
A guy
What is he doing?
working.
It's working?
Yeah.
So there's worker actually
Yeah.
there. He saw you?
Yeah.
He's not happy?
No.
On a décidé que c'était peut-être le moment de partir. Je pense qu'il y a quelqu'un qui s'en vient. Il vient de voir un travailleur. On entendait du bruit, là. Puis de la manière qu'il descend, il doit pas être content. Is he coming?
He is?
He is?
Yep.
Par la suite, on se dirige vers les quais. Ce qu'il faut comprendre, c'est que Liverpool, l'activité maritime est vraiment importante. À une époque, c'était un des plus gros ports au monde. Donc, il y a beaucoup de matériaux qui étaient transigés ici à Liverpool, ce qui amenait beaucoup de gens d'un peu partout à travers le monde, ce qui en fait une ville assez cosmopolite. Jamie, can you tell me how important are the docks in the history of Liverpool?
Yeah, the docks, I think, are crucial to Liverpool's history. It's what the city was built on, so the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, Liverpool.
What do you mean, the slave trade?
The transatlantic one, so it was Africa, South America, Caribbean, and Liverpool. It's the triangle, and Liverpool was one of the crucial parts of that. It's not really something to be proud of, but they say that Liverpool's a city built by slaves and that there's not a brick without slave blood in it.
Really?
That's really what our city is like built upon, the basis of our city, definitely.
So now, obviously, the docks are not what they used to be, but it's still an important and vital
Definitely, yeah.
for the city.
Adds to our tourism, constantly boats coming in and out, and it's what it's about. That's what it's a coastal town, so it's crucial to our income and our industry.
So you're still very young, but how was it growing up here?
Growing up, there was this sort of pressure to be in the gangs, and
So you have gangs here?
yeah, a lot. Yeah.
What they call?
Different names, so the locals would refer to them as just dickheads or scallies or whatever, but they see themselves as this drug kingpin of the city, and it's ridiculous, really. It's childish.
Is it tough to be strong enough to stay away from it?
Honestly, it can be. It just depends how much you care of what somebody thinks of you. So if you're nobody to them, then they're nobody to you. You won't be hurt. But...
Et là, il tient vraiment à venir me montrer une épave qui a été abandonnée. Puis il me dit que ça va être une petite marche. La petite marche, finalement, là, c'était un demi-marathon. Je l'ai trouvée longue. On arrive au fameux bateau, puis là, c'est clair, c'est un bateau qui a été abandonné. Il est encore à flot. So, how we do it?
Just hop across. It's probably the best way to do it.
Bon, ben, ça a l'air qu'on n'a pas le choix. Faut le suivre. Je suis officiellement un marin. Donc, le bateau, il est tout rouillé. À un moment donné, il faut faire attention lorsqu'on marche parce que j'avais peur que mon pied passe au travers du plancher.
After you. Let's go upstairs.
Une fois à l'intérieur, c'est clair qu'il y a d'autres explorateurs qui y sont passés. Même que je dirais que l'endroit a peut-être même été squatté. So, Jimmy, this is what you like.
Yeah, this is like the highest point of the Explorer, finding the bit where the general public aren't supposed to be.
So what are you looking at when you come here? You know, like, what is your point of view?
I like to see what I would have seen if I was here 30 years ago today. You know what I mean? So there would be people here working. You'd have the captain, you'd have, you know, the runners and everyone. Just like a working, operating boat. And to see this not some more.
How do you feel about this part of the docks being left alone, you know, abandoned?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't really exist anymore. So you've got the main docks, Albert Dock, which is the tourist areas. That's where they try and sell you your souvenirs and your ice cream. And then you've got the proper docks where nobody comes. It's industrial. It's destroyed. And you know, this is the proper original Liverpool docks.
Thanks a lot, Jamie. That wasn't easy.
It was great to show you.
Donc, finalement, la vie d'explorateur urbain, je trouvais ça vraiment intéressant. L'aspect le moins attrayant pour moi était celui où il va se promener sur au-dessus des édifices. Donc, à ce moment-là, je me dis, il y a un aspect de dangerosité qui, en tout cas, pour moi, de façon personnelle, j'aime autant pas jouer avec ça. Et ça te permet de voir une autre vie à l'intérieur de la ville. Ce qu'il faut comprendre, c'est que Liverpool, au centre-ville, ultra moderne, on sent qu'il y a une effervescence, beaucoup d'argent. Et lorsqu'on sort du centre-ville, on tombe dans ce que je vous dirais, un Liverpool qui est beaucoup plus à l'image des gens qui y habitent. Donc, à quelques minutes du centre-ville, je m'en vais rencontrer Paul Wemsley, qui a été un des plus gros importateurs d'héroïne en Angleterre. Écoutez, il faisait partie de la liste des 10 personnes les plus recherchées au pays pendant 7 ans. C'est pas rien. Mais savez-vous quoi? Imaginez-vous donc qu'il est maintenant coach de vie. À ma grande surprise, Paul, en le regardant, tu peux penser qu'il est n'importe quoi, sauf un méga dealer de drogue. Paul, this is a part of town that you know very well. Can you talk to me about it?
Yeah, this is called Picton Road, and it's in the south of Liverpool. It's very multicultural at the moment. There have loads of nationalities that live around this street, and this is where I work at the moment.
Donc, l'endroit où je le rencontre est adjacent à un centre jeunesse où il travaillait lors de ma rencontre. Et il travaille avec les jeunes, puis c'est quelqu'un qui a la parole très facile. So that's where you work now.
Yeah.
What it means to you?
The work that I do now, trying to help these young people to understand their behaviour and maybe some of the abuse that they've been through in the past, and some of them are going, you know, a bit of drug abuse, you know, only smoking cannabis, and I'm trying to make them aware of what the possibilities are for them, as well as letting them know that there's a future out there for them.
Après avoir discuté avec Paul et lui avoir dit ce que je recherchais, on a décidé de se rendre dans le quartier où il a grandi, le quartier de mauvaise réputation, Norris Green. Donc, une fois arrivé sur place, à ma grande surprise, le quartier est un peu à l'image de Paul, tout sauf ce à quoi tu t'attendais. So this is your old neighborhood?
Yeah, man, that's my old house there. That's where I was brought up, and that's where I lived until I was, say, 16 years of age, yeah.
How were you as a kid? What kind of kid were you?
I was a good kid. I wanted to be a footballer. I thought I was going to be a footballer.
Ce que je comprends, c'est que le soccer, c'est sa grande passion. Lorsqu'il était jeune, il jouait au soccer, il voulait devenir joueur de soccer professionnel. So at which point you realized that you were not going the straight road?
Most probably when my dad died when I was 15. And I can remember my mum at the end of the street there telling me to come in, get away from the gang, and she's pulled me top off. And I've let her take the top off me, and I've gone, no, I'm going this way. So then I've ran with the pack then. And then in 1989, after going to a football match in Hillsborough, where Liverpool played, and trying to come to terms with that as an 18-year-old Scouser, and then there was an explosion of ecstasy within the city, and then I just went mad.
Ce qu'il faut comprendre, c'est que sa passion l'a aidé à devenir effectivement professionnel, parce qu'il se servait de sa passion du soccer pour pouvoir importer de la drogue en suivant le club de football de sa ville. C'est assez spécial comme stratagème, et ça a fonctionné, et ça pendant 25 ans. So would you say that you were smart, clever, wise, you took advantage of it, you saw a loophole, something where you could actually beneficiate from it?
It was just a career choice. I don't know whether I'd say I was smart or clever. I was trying to be smart and trying to be clever, but, you know, it wasn't like that a few years ago while I was sitting in a cell.
But before you got into a cell?
Yeah, well, yeah, because you think you're a bit of a wise guy, don't you? A bit of a smart ass.
Paul, il a l'air de tout, sauf de ce qu'il était. Et lorsque je discute avec lui, tellement qu'il fit ce modèle-là, qu'il est même pas capable de me le dire clairement ce qu'il faisait. But you know, at a time, you were one of the most wanted men here in the country. So you don't get there by accident.
No, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I can't explain that. I just can't explain how that happened.
Avant de quitter, Paul tient vraiment à ce que je l'accompagne dans le quartier de Bootle pour me montrer quelque chose. Et Bootle, ça m'intéresse parce que c'est un des quartiers chauds de Liverpool. So this is it?
Yeah, Mum. This is it.
So what it's called?
This is called Cook Meats.
Et sur place, ce qu'il voulait me montrer, c'est un petit restaurant. Ce qu'il faut comprendre, c'est que le restaurant, il y a vraiment une place importante dans la communauté locale. What a place like this means to this neighborhood.
Well, it's a family-run business, and they've got a good sense of community spirit, and they bring the community together. I mean, all different levels of it, at all different aspects.
If I had to pick something, what should I eat?
Oh, you've got to eat scouse. You can't leave this place until you've eaten scouse.
So what is it?
Scouse is a traditional dish, and it's a mix. It's a stew, a beef or lamb stew with vegetables, and you have on the side, you have pickled cabbage and pickled beetroot and some crusty bread, and we have to eat it.
Sounds good to me. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Come to the club, we living it up. Come to the club and just fill up the cup. Come to the club where you hang out like a star, but it's rules in this bar, so don't forget where you are, yeah, where you at.
C'est bon, là. C'est délicieux. J'ai l'impression de manger quelque chose qui a été fait par ma mère ou ma grand-mère. Hein?
Come in. Cheers, thanks.
Hey, ma'am, that was delicious. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mon bilan de ma rencontre avec Paul, c'est que je suis resté un peu sur mon appétit. J'avais le sentiment d'avoir quelqu'un qui allait pouvoir m'expliquer ce qui pouvait faire en sorte que le style de vie criminel était attrayant. À ma grande surprise, j'ai pas eu le droit à ça. Et c'est le genre de choses qui m'aurait vraiment intéressé pour mieux comprendre la dynamique qui peut motiver quelqu'un à choisir ce style de vie-là plutôt qu'un style de vie normal avec des valeurs et des principes qui reflètent un peu plus celles de la société. En continuant la visite de Liverpool et en me promenant dans les quartiers, justement, qui sont plus susceptibles de m'attirer ou d'avoir des choses qui sont attrayantes, je me promène dans Toxteth et j'arrive dans un endroit où il y a beaucoup plus de vie. Et je passe devant une épicerie qui frappe mon attention. Écoutez, la moitié de l'épicerie est à l'extérieur. Donc, je décide d'arrêter. Quand j'entre à l'intérieur, ce qui me frappe, c'est qu'il y a vraiment du monde. Il y a du va-et-vient constant. Ça n'arrête pas.
You know the deal, y'all. Get the cuts in there, you know the deal, y'all. Woo! Yeah!
C'est un endroit où tu peux rencontrer des gens qui sont représentatifs de la ville. C'est bien dans un supermarché. Parce que tu sois un pas fin ou un résident modèle, tu dois te nourrir. Donc, en me promenant sur place et en discutant avec les gens, je rencontre Lee et Tyra, qui sont des résidents d'ici. Et eux, ils apprécient non seulement le supermarché, mais la vie à Liverpool. Lee, Tyra, you both from Liverpool. Can you tell me about the story of this town and what it means to you, you know?
Of the town? Of the
Yeah.
city? Wow.
Liverpool is a world in one city.
It is. It really is. The world in one city. The whole world is here. The whole world is here.
It's a port city that we have every nationality, every language.
Every religion, every culture. It's cool.
Donc, ensemble, ce qu'on parle, c'est un peu justement la réputation que Liverpool a, ainsi que qu'est-ce qui a emmené à avoir cette réputation-là, et par la suite, la réalité. Ce qui fait en sorte que la réputation est un peu exagérée et qui est basée sur des faits qui sont arrivés dans le passé. Going back in the 80s, when they had the riots, it seems like at the time, racial tension were probably higher than it is now.
But it wasn't racial tension within the community. It was racial tension from outside, and at the time it was the police, because the police were, it sounds ironic, but they were an unpoliced police force, if that makes sense. And the abuse a lot of young black men used to get from the police was just unacceptable, and people didn't accept it. And it came to the point where people went, we're not going to take this. It was almost like you were living in an occupied country. You would walk from here to the bus stop, you get stopped, searched, maybe strip searched, you get slapped around, you get things put on you.
In your opinion, what caused them to be acting this way?
Just racism, just ignorance, racism. They got used to get a lot of right-wing idiots who would join the police. It's completely different now. The people are completely different. The police and the attitudes of the community is completely different because it had to change. It's something we had to go through. It was almost like a rite of passage. We had to do that to define ourselves and to defend ourselves and to let people know that this is intolerable. You can't treat people this way.
I think we're an independent people. We're Scousers.
We don't kowtow.
We don't kowtow.
We don't kowtow to people. And so if you come in and you're good, you're cool. If you come here with hate, you'll get bounced out. We had marches by the right-wing people.
They didn't get.
Yeah, no, they don't even get out the station.
They did get out the station, but only about 100 feet.
And we don't tolerate that. We don't. You come here with love, we love you lot. You come here with hate, go.
So don't worry, I'm going to behave. So I won't take more of your time. I'll let you do your grocery.
No, well,
that
that's
was
good.
a pleasure. Mon bilan de Liverpool, c'est que c'est une ville qui est relativement belle. Oui, elle a mauvaise réputation, mais je crois que ça date d'une autre époque. Présentement, il y a encore des quartiers qui sont plus rough, mais on peut vraiment y aller sans avoir peur d'être agressé. C'est clair que lorsqu'on cherche le trouble, on va le trouver, que ce soit ici ou ailleurs. Mais de façon générale, Liverpool, c'est une ville plaisante à découvrir et une ville que je vous dirais, j'aimerais ça y revenir.